Good morning, friends, and just so you know which is which, I'm Stan Tilley, and we're glad to be here. We've heard from speakers for the 3 previous weeks talk about what Trinity means to them and their families and all the various ways they benefit from their involvement in the ministries here. And this morning, Rebecca has given us just a snippet of the many ways that Trinity seeks to do God's work in our corner of the world. And all that doesn't just happen. It takes people, lots of people. It takes our campus and our facilities, and it takes resources, including those of the monetary kind. And as I was thinking about what Trinity needed to do to meet its commitment for 2024, an old memory popped into my head, and I find the older I get, the more often that happens. And I'll share that memory with you now. Many years ago, there was a talent show at my home church in Cartersville, and one of the participants was a member of the youth who came to play his French horn. And so he ascended onto the stage when it was his turn and spread his music across the music stand and announced that he was going to be playing the theme from Star Wars on a French horn. So he sits down and plays a line of notes, and he stops and he just sits there staring at the music. And he starts playing again, and he plays another short line of notes and sits there staring at the music. Well, he starts again and he plays another line of music. And he stops, and this was a particularly long break during which he said, "The rest of the band is playing now." Now we get it. He was just playing his lone part of a much grander concert piece. And I'm sure he did a wonderful job, but you know as well as I that we didn't hear the theme to Star Wars that day. We heard one little French horn player playing one line of notes out of a much grander piece. Now, if just for a moment we can think of Trinity's mission as a musical score, then we can understand that just like a single horn player attempting to play the theme from Star Wars, Trinity can't play its theme to the fullest without all of us joining in the band. I have joined the band. I joined the band to honor the faith and sacrifice of those who have gone before to make Trinity what it is. And I've joined the band because I want to help support my fellow church members in all the ways they're engaged at Trinity. And I've joined the band to support Trinity in all the many, many ministries that it undertakes. And I joined the band because I have a personal responsibility to support the church that I attend. To those of you who have already joined the band, I want to say thank you. And to those who have not yet committed, please join the band. If Trinity's theme is to be played to the fullest, we need everyone to join in. Thank you.
Thank you, Stan. Well, the pulpit in the sanctuary is a lot grander than the music stand in the loft. But when Rebecca called me about co-chairing this year's commitment campaign, my first thought was that she got the wrong number and that she really meant to call my husband Alan because he's the money man, and I'm not comfortable talking about things like that, and I certainly don't like talking in front of a large group of people. But as we all know, who can say no to Rebecca? And as I thought about it some more, I thought, why not me? I am, for lack of a better word, a big consumer of the church. I seek the church for comfort in troubling times, and I've experienced some of life's most joyous moments in the walls of this church. From the baptism of my girls, countless Christmas services and Easter egg hunts, and confirmations. It's my duty and really my privilege to give back to this institution that has given so much to me and my family. Recently, I was reading an article by David Brooks in The Atlantic titled, "How America Got Me." It talks about how we live in a society in which people are no longer trained in how to treat each other with kindness and consideration. Quote, "Mere religious faith doesn't always make you morally good, but living in a community, orienting your heart towards some transcendent love, basing your value system on concern for the underserved, those things tend to. The truth of this statement was never made more evident to me than when our youngest daughter, Charlotte, arrived home from her confirmation retreat last Sunday. And I'm probably going to get in trouble for bringing her into this. But when she got home, she enthusiastically recounted an interaction she had with a homeless man that she was serving breakfast to downtown. As she greeted him with a smile, his face lit up and he thanked her. But she could tell that the man genuinely really appreciated her being there. And she said that made her feel really good. And it made her realize how we all have to just help each other out. That is just one of the many reasons why we give to Trinity. To expose our children to experiences and life beyond school, the soccer field, and TikTok. It seems so easy today to get caught in running in a hamster wheel of commitments that seem so important at the time, but surely down the road with some perspective will feel so inconsequential. As a parent trying to raise teenage daughters in a world of social media and self-absorption, I'm not sure what value you can put on that interaction, but I know it's a lot. Each of us have our own reasons for giving, whether it's the fulfilling mission work with organizations like Agape, the spectacular choir and music, the beautiful grounds and enlightening Sunday school classes. Mine happens to be the interaction between my 8th grader and a homeless man, facilitated by the tireless youth staff and thoughtful confirmation process here at church. I would just like to ask that each of you think of your own reasons as you make your pledge to Trinity Church. Moving forward in faith requires acknowledging the many blessings that we have all received and embracing the responsibility of stewardship.